BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Hold on 1 second. Let me change the lighting in here. We spoke about something yesterday, right? And I just want to explain. Like, I'm not I'm not trying to badmouth anybody. Hope everybody doing good this morning. I'm not trying to badmouth anybody, and I'm not trying to tear down anybody else's channel, and I'm not trying to say I'm more on point or whatever the case is than anybody else specifically. I'm just saying I know what the hell I'm talking about. That's it. All right, so there's a couple of things I want to talk about this morning. Today we have open discussion, so everybody could understand what open discussion is. Basically, what open discussion is that y'all could come in here and y'all could ask me questions about shit, and I'm gonna be more liable to be able to answer because there's not no specific topic that we're trying to stay on. So anytime you like, oh man, there's some shit I want to talk to Jack about. I don't know what my voice would sound muffled. I don't have the slightest idea. If I sound muffled, it is what it is. Um, I haven't been talking. Well, I have been talking this morning. I got a telephone call from somebody this early this morning. I'm chopping it up with them. It's just him. Good, thank you. Anyway, let me move to the side so the BBN ain't over me. So there's a couple of things I want to discuss this morning. And one of the things I want to discuss is the situation that's going on in China involving the NBA and these uh, freedom of speech things that people are talking about. Another thing I want to discuss is something I was literally talking about yesterday, trying to explain to y'all why the Treyway situation happened, but people ain't up on it. So and nobody else is talking about it, and it's literally something that I've spoken about before, and I'm gonna basically prove my point. Um, but before I prove my point about the Treyway matter, because we're gonna have a much longer discussion about that, I want to talk real quick about individuals that don't understand what freedom of speech means. People tend to think that freedom of speech means freedom of consequence. That is not what freedom of speech means. Shout out to Driving for Dollars, starting the $2 drive. He said, let's get the day started off right. That's a fact. Appreciate you. A lot of people have a misconception of what freedom of speech means. First of all, the whole entire reason why freedom of speech was created was because they came over here, because before they came over here, the pilgrims and whoever the hell else from Europe, they had a problem where they were never able to criticize the king. If you criticize the king, it was like criticizing God himself or something like that. So any type of criticism that the king received, you was met with torture, everything else, your family, they took all your lands, you was just screwed over, right? That's basically what was happening. So when they came over here, they said, you know what, we need freedom of preach. We need freedom of speech. So for a lot of people that don't know, the first newspapers in America was actually Benjamin Franklin. So that's one of the reasons why. What's up? Good morning, everybody. That's one of the reasons why that was actually put into our Bill of Rights. The ability, Bill of Rights, Constitution, or whatever, was the ability for the newspaper to be able to report honestly, and not be nobody could be jailed. So for everybody that think that freedom of speech means I could just walk up to whoever I want to walk up to and say whatever I want to say and can't nobody do nothing, that is not freedom of speech. Freedom of speech was created so that journalists, media, newspapers, things like that, will be able to do their job without fear of repercussions from the prevailing society. That is from the people in power. That is what freedom of speech is. Freedom of speech is not you can go up to anybody and say anything that you want and they can't do nothing to you. That is not freedom of speech. Please stop teaching your kids that. Stop teaching your kids that. And the reason why I say this is this. Recently, there was a tweet that went out from the coach of the Houston Rockets where he spoke on uh, 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 something that happened in China. So basically, he spoke on some kind of political event or something or other that was going on in China. So now China doesn't want the NBA. The NBA is having problems now in China because after he spoke and said whatever he said, what happened next was the how do you say, the person that Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, he basically backed Homeboy. He basically backed the 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 coach, And he was like, well, the coach has the right to say what he wants to say, because by our laws that we have in America, you can criticize the con- the people that run our country. You can criticize them. You don't have to worry about any kind of reprisal. So Adam Silver is backing, the NBA, the coach, which he should, by the way. Don't get this confused. I don't think that he shouldn't. The reason why I'm discussing this morning is because when you have an individual like James Harden, who comes out and basically says, well, everybody has the right to freedom of speech. No, freedom of speech is an American idea. That's in America, maybe in Canada, there's freedom of speech. There's no freedom of speech in freaking Russia. There's no freedom of speech in China. There's no freedom of speech in a lot of these countries. We have to stop trying to take our rules and regulations that we have in our household and trying to force other. Imagine if somebody came to your house, right? And decided that they was going to tell you how to run your household. Imagine if that happened. Somebody came to your house, you minding your business, you invite them over periodically. One of their friends or relatives go out and start talking about how you need to start running your household. You trying to tell me that you're not going to be looking like, what in the hell? What are you talking about? Like, how are you telling me how to? And that's basically the issue that the NBA have right now. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because stop. I see people come into this chat, and every time they want to say something disrespectful to somebody, they talk about freedom of speech. And every time I see that, I just think this person, they don't have good schooling. Like, I'm not even being mad. I'm just thinking these individuals, like, okay, this perfect example. Everybody stop what you're doing. Look at what Aunt Learn wrote. We're going to put you on blast. We're going to put you on blast, Aunt Learn, because your comment is stupid. So you trying to say that if somebody is disrespecting you in their house, you can't say nothing because they doing it in their house. We're not kicking them, but hold on. So if somebody's disrespecting you in their house, it's okay because they doing it in their house. You don't have a right to be upset. You don't have a right to feel no way about it. You don't have a right to not like the fact that they said it, because they said it in their house. So therefore, since they said it in their house, I don't have a right to be upset about it. I just explained to you how that's stupid. Wars have been fought over less. Okay, so Real Profit, I just explained how this chat runs when we have open discussion. And when we have open discussion, that's literally an opportunity for me to go back and forth with the chat. That's why the name of this morning coffee is called Open Discussion. And yeah, you got hit with your bags. So shout out to you. Show of hands. Who thinks that I should stop interacting with the chat? I'm just curious. You think I should stop interacting with the chat? Y'all think I should pay the Real Profit absolutely no mind? I'm curious. Y'all think I should try to be like everybody else, or I should have my own identity? You wait, hold on. You think I should stop interacting with the chat? You think I should be like everybody else and have my own identity? I ain't a follower, homeboy. I could admire what somebody else is doing without trying to emulate them. What you need to do is look at all the other YouTube channels that now interact with their chat like I do. Try that. Yeah, I don't have the light on today. I've been having it off recently. I think the red tint looks better on my skin, by the way. So yeah, I kicked him. Yeah, all I'm trying to explain to y'all is please understand, learn what these laws that we live under actually mean. A lot of times people get caught up, end up going to jail, end up being in bad situations with the police and a whole lot of other things because you know what? What I don't got no watching because I'm gonna want to look at the time in a minute. Because people don't understand the laws. People don't understand what the laws actually mean. People don't understand. Now I like to explain a little because I have so many people that try to say that I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do. Sometimes it's okay to explain a little. Can we get Elizabeth Harden out of here immediately? All of the bags. I think I accidentally stopped your comment from going through, Hunter. Apologies. Do I even got an admin in here? I might not have an admin in here. I might have to do this shit myself. Hold on. There you go. 2 seconds. Anyway, so that's enough of that. I just wanted to explain that like people don't even know what freedom of speech is for. People think that freedom of speech means they can say anything they want to people and there'd be no consequences. That's not what freedom of speech is. Shout out to Mr. Sex Money Murder. Yeah, that's not what freedom of speech is. It's not. All right, now you guys are good. Don't worry about it. I know a lot of y'all be. I know some of my admins be at work and stuff like that. It is what it is. You good? I ain't angry at you. It's all good. I hate it. I hate that. I hate them dead in the face with their bags, man. We don't got time for that. Anyway, also I'm probably gonna kick people that come in here and try to tell me how to run my program. Not for nothing. I want to tell y'all something real quick. So remember the other day. Now we getting on to the actual show. So remember the other day we was having a conversation. I was trying to explain to y'all one of the main reasons why Treyway got taken down is because the government or the they was looking for a gang to take down at this time, and it just so that's what they was looking for because of the whole Trinitario situation. Is because of the whole Trinitario situation, right? So remember, I was explaining that to y'all yesterday. Just yesterday on the live that we had yesterday, I was just talking about that. I said because of the Trinitario situation, that's the reason why a lot of these gangs, including Treyway, started getting looked at. Like these guys have already been under investigation, but the government, but the city, they needed a win. The police needed a win. They needed to show the public that we're out here, that they're out there, and they're trying to do something to stem gang violence. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, I was just talking about that the other day, right? So now I want y'all to look at the date this article came out, and I'm about to read this to you. See the date? You see what it says? I'm sorry, but y'all can't tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. So for everybody that they try to bash me, for everybody that try to go at me, for everybody that try to be disrespectful to me, you can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. You can tell other people I don't know what I'm talking about, but you can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so hold on. Let's go over this article real quick. Let's go over this article real quick. It says, squads of NYPD cops conducted simultaneous raids in the homes of alleged Trinitario gang leaders before dawn Wednesday morning. Police were looking for more than 10 men tied to the Los Soros set of the Trinitarios gang, many of them in the Bronx, a source told PIX 11's Mary Murphy. Police arrested the alleged current leader of the Los Soros at a three-family house in the Soundview section of the Bronx in Wednesday's raids. He's said to be the replacement for Santiago Sorreo, I think that's Sorreo, who faces an upcoming trial in second-degree murder in the killing of Lisandro Guzman Feliz. You can't script this shit. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. You can say damn. You can say damn, Ray. You. I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what anybody else is doing on their channel, homie. You feel me? I don't know what anybody else is doing on their channel. I don't know what kind of research anybody else is doing. I don't have the slightest idea. But I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Six in the Morning was a dope ass song. That's a fact. I know what I'm talking about. I can't tell you what anybody else is doing. I can't. I don't know what anybody else is doing with their platform other than beefing with each other and trying to find people to talk negative about. I don't know what anybody else is doing. Over here at the BBN, I stay putting people on the shit that's gonna happen before it happened. I stay putting people on. I don't know what to tell you. It goes on to say other members of the Los Soros was charged earlier in the brutal murder of 15-year-old Guzman Feliz in June 2018 outside of a Bronx bodega. Five people have been convicted of murder in the first degree in a teen's fatal stabbing and face sentencing this Friday. The current case will charge more than a dozen men with stabbings and assaults in Upper Manhattan dating back to 2017. One of the Guzman Feliz killers, Elvin Garcia, is charged in this new case. Another suspect being taken into custody Wednesday was accused in the 2018 stabbing of the 14-year-old boy in Bronx River Parkway. That's another kid that got stabbed. I tried to get an interview with him or his mother. I didn't think they felt like doing it. So it's cool. I just backed off. And I tried to get this interview right after it happened, or around the time the Junior case was going on. Another suspect being taken into custody Wednesday was accused in the 2018 stabbing of the 14-year-old boy in the Bronx River Parkway, just 2 days before Guzman Feliz was killed. Now, look, if they would have got them dudes back then, Junior might still be alive. You understand it? Wednesday's arrests are not directly tied to the killings of Guzman Feliz, but officials say the slaying of the Bronx teams widened their investigative efforts. Look, I'm not lying. That's what the fuck this shit said. This is literally what I was telling y'all yesterday. This is literally what I was telling you yesterday. Literally what I was saying just yesterday. Admins, pay attention to Maurice Williams. We probably about to kick him, probably about to hit him with his bags. This whole article basically says everything that I just said yesterday. Dead in the face with your bags, Mr. Maurice Williams. This whole article says everything that I said yesterday. Every single fucking thing that I said yesterday. Oh yeah, I hit him with his bags. Can we get some bags up there for homeboy? Can we get some bags for homeboy? I don't know what to tell you. At this point, shout out to Juno for the keeping the $2 drive live. He said, free the nines, free Bobby, free Rowdy. That's a fact. I mean, what more could you want? What more could you want out of a platform? Now, when I tell you that the reason why they went after Treyway the way that they did, it had a lot to do with a lot of things. Them guys was too loud. Don't get it wrong. They was doing stuff they probably shouldn't have did. Like most people, a lot of us is out here doing shit we probably shouldn't be doing. Let's just keep it a stack. But ever since that Junior Felez situation happened, there's people that were gonna lose their jobs that work for the police. There's people that was gonna lose their jobs as administrators. They were gonna lose their jobs. What up, Fat Media? You get it? They had to start showing something. They had to start showing something. Let's talk about it. Said them dudes been on BS. I was indicted in '08, River Park Towers, and Junior Killers. Two of them was on the island with us and was released for some of the same stuff. Look, now, I'm not trying to go one way or the other with whatever, right? I'm not trying to go one way or the other with whatever. But you have to understand, if you think the public want the police to go after drug dealers more than they want the police to go after individuals that's running up in the bodegas hacking people to death, the public want them dudes off the street. The old people, the people that vote, the people that taxpayers, the people that show up and vote, they don't want people on the street running around hacking people up to death. The police got to get on that. And this is the crimes that this particular set of gang members seem to produce. I'm not trying to disrespect them. I'm not trying to go at them. But it seems like, as far as crimes are concerned, their crimes seem to involve a lot of stabbings and hacking of people. I'm just saying. And I told y'all this. I've been saying this the whole entire time. Yo, hold on. I bet y'all didn't hear no other channel still talk about the Trinitarios. Okay, okay. First of all, no. We're not being distracted. I get what you're saying, Maniac, but I don't think we're being distracted. Okay. Um, more than one thing could be going on at the same time. That's it. That's all it is. More than one thing can be going on at the same time. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. That's all it is. More than one thing could be going on at the same time. I don't think this is distraction tactics. Personally, my opinion, um, as far as that whole thing is concerned, think about it. The guys from Treyway just got found guilty, right? Right after the individuals from Treyway trial is over. Has it been a week? It ain't even been a week. They start arresting Trinitarios again. Ain't even been a week. Think about that. And don't be surprised if the people that were prosecuting the Trinitarian that were prosecuting Treyway in federal court is also going to be prosecuting these Trinitarians. Don't be surprised. I don't know where the Trinitarians case is happening at. It might just be in regular Bronx court. I don't know if it's a federal matter. All people got to do is just pay attention. You understand what I'm saying? Even the federal government has a finite resources. Their resources are still finite. You understand what I'm saying? As soon as they got finished with one gang, now all of a sudden they pick the Trinitarios up. Yep, the mob don't mess with civilians. Off limits. This guy said it's crazy over there. I'm in York, England. Our front page in local paper yesterday was someone stealing a stop sign. Man, that was your front page? This shirt, this is part of our somebody put the link to our merch in the description. BBN merch. BBN. Somebody put the link up. Yeah, that is one of the reasons why they confiscate. That's a fact. And also, if they don't confiscate, then that means that land and monies is just going to most likely go to somebody else that's also involved in the criminal activity. So, what you're trying to do is you're trying to take resources. You're trying to make it so that people won't be. You don't want people to be able to fund criminal activity. So that's why they confiscate. Because if they just give it to the sister or the brother or whoever, that person might also be down with whatever the shenanigans. Heard they was gonna turn up the power in Northern and Central Cali. Something's going on. There's always something going on. I don't know what the. For everybody that don't know, for everybody that just got in here, basically what we're talking about is just yesterday I was talking about how the Trinitarios case when rest in peace Junior, justice for Junior, when the Trinitarios case is one of the reasons why in New York City the gangs they started cracking down on gangs even more. And so the Trinitarios situation kind of is, kind of led to them needing a win, and they needed a big public win, and that's one of the reasons why I believe that they went after Treyway the way that they did. They needed a very very public victory, and I talked about this yesterday, just yesterday, and this is WPIX today. Look at the date. This article came out today. Today's the 9th. We just talked about this yesterday. And not only is this article about whatever it's about, but in addition to that, they literally say shit that I said yesterday. I kept talking. I was talking about the situation with Junior just yesterday. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that paragraph. All you got to do is pay attention to the world around you. They're gonna tell you what they're doing. The police, they're gonna tell you what they're doing. The government, they're gonna tell you what they're doing. They're gonna tell you what they doing. They're gonna tell you. Like, all you gotta do is pay attention. That's it. They're gonna tell you what they doing. There's a lot of shit I don't talk about over here because I don't want to have problems with the feds and nothing like that, telling y'all all they moves. But I be telling y'all all they moves. I literally be telling y'all what they're gonna do next. But this things I don't know what to tell you. Rio said, "Did I see how Casanova was pushed by Ebro to talk about 6ix9ine? Cass said, I was cool with him before he got locked up. That he don't care what people talking about. That he has no problem with 6ix9ine. Yo, send me that interview, Rio. Rio, if you got a clip of that, send it to me. Yeah, but I literally be here telling y'all what they're gonna do next. No cap, real talk. I be literally sitting here. Let me raise this camera a little bit. I like when there's a tiny bit of white showing in the top of the back. Well, anyway, that's a little bit better. I literally be telling y'all what they gonna do next. Yes, this shit was this morning. This article came out this morning. This article came out. I know Ebro works for Hot 97 though. Fuck y'all putting that up there. You niggas is funny as shit. I'm asking him to send me the link so I don't have to literally go look for it. No, I know it's election time. I just hold on, Juno. You was in here when I just said that the whole Trinitarios thing it's scaring the voters. I literally said the voters twice, Juno. I know. Shout out to Dance Hall Tours with the donation. Said you should have a 1-900 number and do readings. Appreciate you, Rio. I'm gonna do a video on it later. I'm not gonna cover it right now. I'm gonna do a video on it because we starting to drop regular videos again. I got a couple of other videos that's coming out today. Also, the videos are gonna be a little late, but I'm giving you my input or my perception on the videos. My perception of the topics. Obviously, they're a little late because I haven't been doing videos like this lately. Regular videos, but I'm getting back to doing the regular videos. It's just taking me a little bit long time because they're not clicking out like they used to. Anyway, somebody said he doesn't want any problems, headaches from the feds, so he's just blowing it off like Six is his buddy because he doesn't want no smoke. First of all, to be honest with you, there was a couple of times that 6ix9ine could have left Casanova out to dry and didn't. So they probably was actually cool before he got locked up. I was in the courtroom. They asked 6ix9ine a couple of questions that if he was trying to go and implicate Cass, it could have went left. I believe he did say that Cass was part of a gang though. But there was a couple of questions that they asked him that 6ix9ine could have went left with the shit, and he didn't. Just throwing that out there. He said 6ix9ine was doomed before. Said 6ix9ine. He said Chris took him down. I keep telling y'all Chris took those dudes down. And don't forget, Casanova in 50 is like this. But once again, like I keep trying to tell you, like all you got to do is pay attention, man. I'm real good at paying attention. Just all you got to do is pay attention. Everybody's gonna tell you what they liable to do, what they gonna do. Everybody's gonna tell you these things. All you gotta do is pay attention. I'm really out here playing chess in front of all of y'all. I'm really out here on social media playing chess. Seriously. Sometimes you try not to walk on people that help you because you may need them. You're in a time of need. Well, we should never try to screw anybody over, whether we ever gonna need them or not. Period. Juno says, I guarantee you that when the election is over, you won't hear nothing about the gangs in the media unless it's from a platform like BBN. Well, we talk about gang stuff over here. I need to get back to more hip hop stuff, honestly. But yeah, we talk about gang stuff over here. But yes, I 100% am in a total agreement that, and also not for nothing, but this is Mary Murphy from WPIX, and she covered gang stuff all the time. She was actually covering the Takashi case for a while until WPIX decided somebody else was probably doing it better. Shout out to them. But she was covering the Takashi case for quite a while, not for nothing. Good morning, everybody, once again. He's not broke. Oh, he went from broke to being famous. That's a fact. Um, but yeah, like this is what's literally going on. I know when I be telling y'all sometimes that this shit that's happening and I don't want to really talk about it, it sometimes it be for my own safety. I can't put certain shit out there because like when you know some fuckery is about to happen, let's say I try to warn, let's say I say something about it, and people might think I'm lining them up. So you'd be surprised at how much information I get that or stuff that I see that's gonna actually happen, and I can't even put it out because I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to line nobody up. I don't want nobody to think that I'm involved with anybody's like chicanery. Most of the stuff that you hear me report on, it's well after it's hard for me to it's hard for me to explain. But I have to be real cognizant of the information that I put out because at the end of the day, I'm not it's not my job to try to get people locked up. That's not my job. I'm not interested in that job. If I wanted that job, I would have went to the police academy. I didn't go to the police academy. So we could be clear on that. Ebro tried to tell Casanova his theory on 6ix9ine being a cop since his sex charge. Casanova told him, nah, I don't believe that. He's not a cop. Big up Cass, one of the realest rappers of the new generation. Shout out to Casanova. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Shout out to Cass. I keep trying to explain to y'all. Everybody that has any sense knows that 6ix9ine is gonna sell. When 6ix9ine comes out, he drops music. It's gonna move. He gonna move units. Everybody know this. If you're gonna be really honest and in an honest moment, you're not gonna blame 6ix9ine for the shit that happened to them. If you know what happened. If you know what happened. Your life said you're a journalist, Ross. You know how this works. You have to be very careful. That's a fact. Somebody keeps saying, Sad Russell keeps saying, sell the phrase, hit them with their bags to iTunes. Good morning, BBN. Jack is the new combat. I don't get that, but okay. 6ix9ine was not a cop. 6ix9ine was not working with the cops, man. I'm telling you, he wasn't. 6ix9ine was not a cop. I keep telling you that. First of all, you think if Casanova thought 6ix9ine was a cop, Casanova wouldn't just say he's a cop? Everybody else is saying it. Casanova could have just said it. All right, being a new combat. Okay, that's what it is. Shout out to that then. My apologies for not understanding the slang. Ebro ain't getting the interview, and he knows it. Ebro ain't getting the interview, and he knows it. Was he good? Okay, first of all, gangs always get messed with before elections. That's just a fact. Okay. Or you could just turn, Pokemon. You can literally just turn and listen to something else instead of trying to tell me to stop laughing. How about that? Shout out to Mike Jones. Casanova's not dumb, man. Casanova's not gonna let somebody else. First of all, they was already beefing with them dudes. I kept trying to tell y'all that the beef was never. Didn't I tell y'all before that the beef was never between Casanova and 6ix9ine? The beef was never between Casanova and 6ix9ine. I told you that before. They did drop the ball and lost the bag. That's a fact. That's not from my coverage. That's literally what happened. What up, Dice? The beef was Nuke and no, it wasn't even Nuke and Casanova. It's a real long story. I can't even really explain it. I mean I can't explain it, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna stop people from talking about it in the comment section, but I'm not gonna explain it. Yeah, Pokemon trying to get kicked. I already know. What up, Jenny? Okay, first of all, I don't know what makes anybody think that just because of the spectacle alone, he's probably gonna do like 100 million views in the first day or two. Probably gonna do like 100 million streams in the first day or two, just off the spectacle alone. Just the spectacle. Just the spectacle alone. He's probably gonna do like 100 million views the first day or two. He 9 times out of 10, he's not paying for security. You know who's gonna be paying for security? Elliot Grange. and and he don't got a choice. 6ix9ine's not gonna have a choice but to have real security. Not even gonna be a choice. I'm pretty sure going into witness protection isn't even his choice. That guy, he's a freaking, he's the bag. Yes. First of all, Elliot Branch probably owns the security company that's gonna be doing security for him. They probably own part of the company or some shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? I don't understand. I'm pretty sure that there's stuff that I say that I'm wrong about, right? Nobody's 100% right about everything. Period. But how often am I wrong? Like, at what point are we just gonna acknowledge that a lot of what I do has to deal with? I'm about to flex. So for the people who absolutely hate me, I'm about to flex. I'm letting you know right now. So you can either turn the volume down or you can turn from the channel for a minute or two. I'm about to flex. Think about how much of what I do has to deal with intelligence. My intelligence. Just think about that for 1 minute. Think about how much what I do has to deal with my intelligence. So I'm saying all that to say this. 6ix9ine does not have to go into witness protection. He does not have to go to another country. He does not need. I mean, I don't know what people are assuming is gonna happen to him, but nothing is gonna happen to him. Right now, people that got real money, are worth a couple $100 million. Can't wait for him to get out of this BS so he could go back to printing money. You really think that he can't walk the New York City streets? He's not going to be by himself. But you really don't think he could walk these New York City streets? Are you serious? When I tell you, maybe the whole entire first year he's out, the feds is going to be watching him. Not watching him to see if he's going to screw up, but watching him to see who's watching him. So for any of y'all that think, yo, if I see everybody that's talking spicy, yo, if 6ix9ine come down my street, this and this and that and that and this. For everyone that's talking crazy, he's going to have security. And his security is going to shoot first, asking no questions. I'm telling you, his security is not going to be about asking questions. He's not going to have the big guys with him ready to rumble. He's going to have the guys that's saying, you know what? Screw this. He's going to have those dudes that's just pulling out. They don't care about none of this. That's what he's going to have. That's one. Two, if you don't think that the FBI is going to be watching him, knowing that they might be able to get other gangs caught up and under some kind of in a whole new RICO, because they're going to be going after 6ix9ine. If somebody decides to go after 6ix9ine, I don't know if anybody's even going to. Okay, this is my advice for everybody that's pissed off at 6ix9ine. Don't go after him. For everybody that's pissed off at 6ix9ine, this is my advice. Don't go after him. I don't know what that's it. That's my advice. Don't go after him. You putting you and your whole organization at jeopardy. I'm going to check it out, Rio. Rio said Casanova said he don't want to hear nothing dude saying if you wasn't already going at 6ix9ine before he said you was either quiet, scared to be trolled, or you was sucking his. He said he not saying nothing bad. Shout out to Casanova. Casanova ain't stupid. Casanova about making money. And he got some smart people around him, and he's smart. He ain't stupid. I'm just saying, that's just my advice. People could do whatever they want to do. But my advice is, I don't care how angry you are at 6ix9ine. I don't care how tough you think you are. Don't do nothing to the dude. I'm telling you, there's going to be feds watching. Do what y'all want, though. Especially all these tough guys. 6ix9ine is this. 6ix9ine is that. And I get you. I get you. Because what's going to happen is, if some gang member was to attempt to do something to 6ix9ine, your whole gang is going to be in a RICO. I'm telling you right now. Your whole gang. They're going to go all over the internet, find anywhere that anybody in your gang even joked about or said anything negative about 6ix9ine. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Don't take my advice. Do what you want to do. Oh well, they better if they have if he gets. I doubt he's gonna have Secret Service guys around him, but if he got Secret Service guys around him, there's gonna be a lot of there's gonna be some dead fools. Who if anybody tries to go after 6ix9ine, he got Secret Service guys with him. Anybody try to go after 6ix9ine, there's gonna be some dead fools. Shout out to Julius East Harlem, keeping the $2 drive alive. Said, why is nobody talking about CEO Chris? I talk about CEO Chris almost every day. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm not. I didn't say Secret Service. Somebody else said Secret Service. Secret Service ain't watching them. But if for whatever the reason is, he might have some retired Secret Service people as a security. They're gonna put people around 6ix9ine that's gonna keep 6ix9ine alive. Period. Nothing gonna happen to the dude. They might go buy him a big ass house somewhere. He's gonna be on the low. One of the things that I think these guys did that I mean, I guess it was good marketing, don't get it wrong. But one of the things that they did that really led to all of this was they should have been got 6ix9ine out of the hood. 6ix9ine doesn't get kidnapped if he's not living in the fucking hood. If they would have gotten 6ix9ine out of the hood, 6ix9ine don't get kidnapped, or there's not homeboy got found guilty for it, so we could say kidnapped, but 6ix9ine doesn't get kidnapped. Um, 6ix9ine, if he wasn't in the hood, maybe he's not at the thing that happened down at the This Is 50. Maybe he's not there. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe he's not there during some of these occurrences that people are saying that he snitched on. Maybe he's just not there. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody want to blame him for snitching. He shouldn't have been there. There's most of these events that he was at that he was spoke on or whatever the case is, he shouldn't even have been there. Why in the hell? Just on some real super real shit right now. I'm not trying to bash nobody or nothing like that, right? But why in the hell would you bring Michael Jackson? And I'm not saying 6ix9ine is Michael Jackson, but the point of which I'm trying to make is somebody that's easily recognizable and is making a lot of money. Would you bring Michael Jackson to a damn shootout? Like, would you do that? Why would you bring Michael Jackson to a shootout? That don't make sense. Why would you bring Justin Timberlake to a shootout? That don't make sense. Why would you do that? Why would there be beef and then you'd be like, yo, let's go get Mike Jackson. Like, why would you do that? You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to bash nobody or disrespect nobody, but I'm just saying some things don't make sense. People talking about 6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that, but why was he even at some of these places? Why? Did he need to go down to the This Is 50 place? Did he need to sit out in front of the jump off waiting for the Frenchie dude? Well, not waiting for Frenchie. That was actually waiting for Trippy Red. Did he need to be there waiting for Trippy Red when they was gonna like didn't we learn anything from movies? You put a hit on somebody, you make sure that you're on the other side of the area and you don't get online and do the hit online. Like, look at the way they was moving. They was moving like they wanted people to know about all of the bad deeds that they were doing. All of them. What you say? He could be like he while he's shooting. um, and I use those two particular people on purpose because who sees those guys as a threat? Not no disrespect to 6ix9ine, but who sees those guys as a threat? Oh, those people from the bad video were actual, or not the bad video, but the people from what's the other video? Not I'm bad. Is it I'm bad? Not I'm bad. It's One of those videos, he had real gang members. He had real Bloods and Crips that came together. It wasn't the I'm Bad video though. It was a different video. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Beat It. There you go. In the Beat It video, that was real. No, the Beat It video was real Bloods and Crips gang members. That's a whole fact. And this is in the 80s. Michael Jackson showed up and the gang violence ended. This is in the 80s. Michael Jackson showed up in California. They was like, no gang violence today. Mike is here. Think about that for a minute. Yeah, it was Beat It. That's a fact. Think about that for a minute. No, it was Bloods and Crips. Nigga, Mike showed up. Everybody was like, no shootouts today. I'm pretty sure they got paid well. But more importantly, Michael Jackson showed up. Like in the middle of the 80s, Michael Jackson showed up. You think there was gonna be gang violence? Let somebody out there gang violence on the days Michael Jackson was in town. That would have been it. That whoever that guy was, he would have turned his own damn self in. Like, oh man, they gonna kill me. I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson could have went anywhere in America and not had to worry about somebody actively trying to hurt him. Freedom of speech does not apply. Freedom of speech applies to journalism. It applies to freedom of speech. Doesn't apply to freedom of speech. Isn't you got the freedom to say whatever you want to me with no consequence. People don't even know what freedom of speech stands for. But I've already had that conversation. They got to go back to the beginning of the video to hear it over. What do you mean gangs learned how to dance? You don't think that gang members got people that could dance? I know quite a few gang members growing up that couldn't dance their ass off. I have a brother that used to dance for Public Enemy. When I tell you, there's a lot of gang members that could dance, yo. What the hell? Yeah, there was like gang members up can't dance. Fuck that mean. Hell yeah, they dance and still be able to. Well, there's tons of people that ain't gang members and can fight. Being able to fight is not um, synonymous with being in a gang. There's people in gangs that can't fight. But the point being is that yeah, just because you're in a gang, that doesn't mean that you can't fight. What kind of shit is that? I'm pretty sure that if Michael Jackson decided to walk through Compton in the middle of I don't care what time period it is, there would not be any violence at that time. I was in the 80s. I understand the effect that Michael Jackson had on people. I don't think there's been a bigger star in the last 40 years than Michael Jackson. Period. Michael Jackson had people fainting. Men fainting at concerts. Do you get it? People be at concerts fainting. Did y'all go watch Michael Jackson's Super Bowl appearance? The dude came out and stood there for about 5 straight minutes and the crowd lost its mind. He didn't even dance yet. That's a fact, Mr. Dap. Mr. Dap said not a place on this earth that wouldn't show reverence. That's a fact. Grown ass men, fan. Come on, man. Respect Mike. My mic is all the way up, man. Almost all the way up. I lowered my voice. I'm just not speaking as loudly as I was a minute ago. That's all. G's up said he hit his landlord dead in the face with a bags this morning. Okay. You moved out? I don't know what that happened. That's crazy though. Like y'all don't understand the power Michael Jackson had, man. I put it like this. Michael Jackson videos was premiering on network television. I'm gonna say that again. Michael Jackson's videos was premiering on network television. The whole week, they'd be like, Michael Jackson's new video, 9 o'clock on Fox. That's what they would do. Y'all don't understand how big Mike. Some of y'all is just people that didn't live through it. You just won't understand how big Mike was. Thriller was a music video. They treated Thriller like a fucking movie. Thriller was a music video. They treated Thriller like a movie. Nah, send me the link. Somebody send me that Freddie Gibbs link when he talks about Mike. He basically owned Sony. That's why they had to. I'm not getting into that. Does anybody remember what's that movie that he had that was like all of his songs? What was the name of the movie that Michael Jackson had that was like all of his songs? Like he had like an album, and the album he did like a music video for like the whole album, but it was like all together. It was like a movie. Moonwalker. Come on, man. He changed his race and the world pretended like they didn't notice. That's a whole fact. No, you ain't joking. That's a whole fact. The fuck wrong with you? Yeah, the Moonwalker. That was the movie. Yeah, and he had the video game on Sega Genesis when he do the spin and go like that. Ah! I'm gotta tell you, what the fuck? Mike, yo. I was listening to fucking Michael Jackson last night. Was it last night? The night before? Something happened and I heard one of his songs. And I was like, damn, that song is dope. Like, just like, just thinking about it. So I went and I just started playing just playing Mike videos back to back to back to back to back. That's a whole fact. Moonwalker's the one where he became a Moonwalker had the Smooth Criminal jump off video in it. One of the dopest videos ever. Smooth Criminal. Come on, man. Come on, man. And the deepness about Smooth Criminal is what I think he's actually talking about in Smooth Criminal. Why you timed him out for saying that game was hard? That game was hard. What are you talking about? Why you time him out for that? We sang Man in the Mirror at one of my graduations. Matter of fact, that's the song that I heard, and then after that, I started listening, seeing a whole bunch of Mike Jackson videos. I'm not gonna answer that, King Gooch. Dirty Diana, good song. Yes, they had the. He had about 4 or 5. They had the remember the time. They had the other one where he turned into the lion and he was grabbing his junk like a million times. So they I don't know, they didn't want to do that video no more. They cut that scene out the video. What's the other? And I think that's the same video that had the face changing technology shit that nobody ever seen before. That was just some new shit. Nobody never seen that technology before. That should be a Bob Burger burger. You know Bob Burgers? Anybody watch Bob Burgers here? He make burgers of the day. He should have to remember the time burger. Anyway, Black and White. That was another one. That's 3 right there. That's 3 videos right there that premiered on network television. Shout out to Derek Devers. I haven't seen you in a minute, Derek. Derek Devers. Is he starting the $5 drive? We haven't got no donations. Been slow today. I think he's starting the $5 drive. He said, "Shout out for Georgia. Shout out to Georgia." Yo, who wanna hit my DMs right now? Anybody wanna go live with me? Anybody want to go live with me right now on Morning Coffee? Hit my DMs. We're gonna go live for a little while. This is open discussion on open discussions from now on. We're gonna try to go live more often. Hit my DMs. Anybody want to go live with me for a couple of minutes? I'll be right back. Let me just get a couple of things straight real quick. I'll be right back. Shout out to Everett Gilchrist for the donation. Appreciate you. And shout out to Vic Star for also donating. Everett wrote something. Let's see what he wrote. For bag season over here. Ha ha! Let me send that appreciation of that. I don't know how to get to that other screen. God dang it. Okay, I don't know how to get to the other screen, so I'm just going. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Also, shout out to Aubrey Hill. Appreciate you, baby girl. Wait, that's Aubrey. That might be a dude because Drake's name is Aubrey. Appreciate you. Nobody don't want to go live with me this morning? I swear. Also, if anybody goes live with me and start talking crazy, I'm going to be, hey, what's up? Hey, friend. Hold on. Let me put you on speaker. How you doing this morning, baby girl? I said, hold on. Let me make sure I put you on speaker over here. Oh, okay. I want everybody to hear you.
Hi, everybody.
What's up? How you doing this morning?
Okay. Sleepy, tired.
Really?
Trying to smoke.
You look so energetic right now. That's a whole fact. Okay, I can hear myself reverberating, so you're going to have to turn down whatever it is that you're watching us on.
Oh, that's you. Hold on.
I know it's me. I know my voice.
I got you.
So what you want to talk about?
Well, I just want to put a little intake on this 6ix9ine thing because it's just a mess. Like, I mean, I know people, you know what I'm saying, they got their ups and downs or whatever, but, you know, like how he bringing other people into the situation, you know, he shouldn't be doing that. I'm not sure about the rest of the people that's really into the case, but, you know, like, let's just say, for instance, he's talking about one thing, the next thing you know, he got 20 other people into the case, you know what I'm saying? So, that's how it is, I guess.
All right. What, are you in New York?
No, I'm in South Carolina.
Okay, because
I was trying
to guess the accent. She has really nice lips, by the way, everybody. I just want to throw that out there.
I look bad this morning. Trust me, bad.
Okay, I hear you. You can tell me anything.
Okay, but that's all I wanted to put my intake on. I don't want to take up all the time, you know. But so far, you're doing a good job, and I watch you know, anytime I get a notification. So keep that up, buddy.
Okay.
All right, so let you get back to it.
Okay.
The next person can DM you.
Okay, excellent. And you can also DM me at any time because I love them sexy lips and them beautiful dimples. She killing it over here. I just want to throw that out there. So I'm going to let you go, baby girl. Later.
Okay. All right.
I cut off way too early. I do that shit all the time. I don't be meaning to cut people off early. So anybody that get cut off early, I am not doing it on purpose. All right, so who else we got? Let me look at one thing real quick. Okay, hold on. It's speakerphone. Look.
Yo.
What up, yo?
What's shaking, Tess?
Chilling. So what you want to chop it up about?
All right. Well, I don't like when certain, I guess, labels of snitch gets thrown out there to certain people. I mean, the ones that you can argue, you know, the whole case about. And I mean, I'll just get right to it. So, I mean, I keep hearing people talk about this bail letter that the lawyer wrote, saying that Tax snitched because he wrote a letter.
Okay.
And I mean, I guess just to kind of clarify it for everybody. So initially, what happened was, you know, Troy Ave gets arrested because, you know, he was on camera, you know, shooting in the club. You know, homie dies, and you know, whatever. I think they had him in there for a few months before Tax even got arrested. But fast forward, when he got arrested, they arrested him, I think, for, I'm not even sure, they didn't arrest him for murder at first, right? I'm pretty sure they didn't. Do you remember or
Wait, who got arrested first? What you saying?
when Tax got arrested first? I don't think they arrested him for murder. I think they had arrested him for the
I forget.
firearm because they found.
I forget. I forget. I have to make sure.
Okay. All right. Well, long story short, man, the lawyer wrote the letter using the facts of the case and just basically said, if why is my client in jail when, and I think the words that he used was, he said Troy Ave is the bad guy, which is, he's the guy who was arrested with the firearm. My client's DNA is on it, but I'm just trying to get my client out on bail. So that, like, your lawyer, yeah, you have to okay your lawyer to write whatever, but it's not snitching if you're using the facts of the case. They have two separate cases. It's not. They're not.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
not.
Hold on. Real quick, I'm gonna do something, and I'm gonna ask you a question. First thing I'm gonna do is shout out to Oilfield Trash for the joining the $2 drive. He says Louisiana in the house, keep up the great work. Now this is what I want to say. You're saying that as long as somebody is saying facts of the case, that is not snitching.
No. When, like, this is not okay. If you take the stand, period. And if it's in your defense, or if you're taking the stand on the side of the prosecution, I mean, on the side of the defense, I don't like. I mean, everybody has different rules, but my whole thing is this: if you have any information that can implicate somebody else, or be used in a trial, or be used at all to convict them, that is what I consider snitching. I mean, I try to break it down to the bare minimum. Forget all the, what if they were friends and then they're no longer friends, or what if you tried to sleep with your baby mom and he robbed you? But, like, it's clear that we've heard it over and over. When you're in the streets, you deal with shit in the streets. That's what it is. You can't turn around and use the police now to get back at your enemies because you're weak. Right? If you're amongst lions and you're weak, you're gonna get ate. That's just how it is. And if especially if you're the guy I can guarantee you, that guy CEO Chris, the only reason he was able to move around with Treyway is because he kept feeding everybody, and that's why he was able to tie everybody up into some some kind of a case, because he kept feeding everybody. With 6ix9ine, he stopped feeding the wolves, and that's just how it goes down. That's the whole thing out here. So it's even in Shata. They say, these guys are dogs. If you stop feeding the dogs, they're gonna bite you. That's just how it goes. So I guess people tend to mix street shit with everyday shit, and they try to bunch people in, like they'll take somebody who might be a civilian but might be hanging around gangsters, and then try to they try to couple them into a whole different argument.
Okay.
But
okay.
But
I think I get what you're saying, but let me explain something real quick. The reason why some people are saying, I'm not saying that I'm saying it, but the reason why some people are saying what Taxstone did was snitching, once again, I'm not saying that I'm saying it, is because it's one thing to write the letter to the judge saying that we need to have bail because of whatever. And it's totally different to write the judge and say, well, why are you going to give the other guy bail and not me? Because the other guy did these crimes and these crimes and these crimes, and my guy didn't do those crimes. So we should be able to get bail also. I think that's the issue that some people might have with the Taxstone letter. Because Taxstone didn't only speak on himself, but Taxstone also, in conjunction with speaking on himself, also spoke on someone else. I think that's what the issue is. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not necessarily one of the people that's saying that Taxstone snitched. But from me having conversations with individuals that have said that they believe that Taxstone snitched, I believe that might be what the issue is. Taxstone could have gave the letter, said whatever he wanted to say. He didn't have to put Troy Ave in the letter or talk about the crimes that Troy Ave has not been convicted of yet.
True.
So they
True.
can't be facts of the case if Troy Ave is not, as far as the
Well,
court is
well,
concerned.
I think
As far as the
what it
courts are
boils.
concerned,
Go ahead.
as far as the courts are concerned, they're not facts of the case. Let me just be clear.
So I think to say that he's like, I'm not being accused of these crimes, and there's a person who is being accused of these crimes who you've let walk free. I could understand the argument to say that that's snitching, but I mean, it's one thing to write a letter to the judge, and it's one thing to sign a statement, right?
I'm agreeing with you.
What? Go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Say what you're gonna say real quick.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get three.
Yeah,
then we're gonna get Rio on a three-way. Say what you're gonna say real quick. Are you there? I said I'm gonna get Rio on a three-way. That shit. This nigga said Rio hung the fuck up. I don't know what happened just now. Anyway, I'm not trying to have like half an hour conversations with y'all. I'm trying to give as many people opportunity as possible to call in. So I don't know what just happened. I don't know. This nigga, I said, let me get Rio on the three-way. That nigga said, Rio? He said, bro, it's connected. I don't know what happened, yo. Anyway, all right, hold on. We're gonna call him back real quick and we're gonna get Rio on it. Let's call Rio back. Let's call Rio and then okay, no, let me call him and then I'll call Rio back. And nigga ain't want no parts of Rio. He said, oh man, I'm not getting on the phone with Rio. That guy.
Yeah, my bad, man.
Hold on.
And I pushed the end button.
All right, don't worry about it. Hold on 1 second. Let me call Rio real quick.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's up? Chilling. Hold on. Let me merge the call.
Yeah.
All right, y'all both here. What's up?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. What's going on, Rio?
Shit. Just right here. What's up?
I didn't even introduce myself to the masses, man. This is Mr. Dap on the line. You already know.
Yeah. No, that's why in the comments I was asking. I was like, is this dude? Because I know you've been wanting to talk about this, and you know what I mean. Like, like I was saying, I don't have a lot to say on it. At the end of the day, my main thing is that when it comes down to it, I don't know who gave this information, because the thing is, the lawyer making a letter is that's not somebody actually telling. But if someone is giving the lawyer information to put in a letter, then you know what I mean. Then to me that's telling it, and I get it. It's way different from making a statement. But at the end of the day, the letter wasn't just like, "Hey, my client deserves bail." It was my client deserves bail. Troy Ave and his people were involved in this crime, and you know what I mean. Like, basically, if you're gonna let them out, what is the reason why my client is not being let out, but also throwing those other crimes in the mix? You get what I'm saying? And you know, granted, the lawyer could have done his research and maybe he knew about it, but if this was Taxstone, and this is the thing, I don't know, nobody will probably ever know, but if Taxstone gave that information to the lawyer, I've seen it done where not just with lawyers, people do it all the time with lawyers, but people have done it even when it comes to a witness showing up to a trial, a witness showing up to push charges against somebody.
Yep.
Gang members and street dudes will use civilians and lawyers to say what they're not allowed to say as far as street regulations. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying on it. I don't know who gave the lawyer the information.
I guess, I mean, you got to look at it. You know, the one thing that makes this case a lot different than everything else was that surveillance footage from the green room of Troy Ave coming out and busting that gun. That was out before anybody even knew Tax was involved. So when I'm pretty sure when Tax got arrested, cause I was following quite closely, because I was paying attention to the podcast, and then this whole thing happened. So I thought that Tax was going to turn up on his podcast about it, and he never spoke on it. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I started to pay more attention, and when they arrested him, they only arrested him for firearms charges.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that letter was written before the murder charges were even placed on him. And what the lawyer did, like if you look at the letter, it's the facts it's on camera. Like there's no discrepancy that Troy Ave was busting a gun. He at first he did sit in jail, but I mean, I truthfully believe Troy Ave is a master of smoke and mirrors. That guy, knowing what he's doing, is trying to like spin this web so that everybody's all caught up in like, oh, he snitched on him. So it's like everyone's trying to come up with this moral snitching guide. Like, when is it okay to snitch? Never, zero. You cannot snitch. People do it, yes. That's why me personally, I keep away from the streets. I don't deal with it. I've dealt with it. I got caught up with people who I don't even deal with no more. And I still won't, I cannot implicate another man. I cannot do it. Now, I never had Fed charges, but I mean, hey, I knew better to get deeper than what I was in when I realized that the same people these are guys that my daughter calls their uncle and stuff like that will turn around and snake me and like in a split second. So I got no business there because I'm not ready to go to war for something so petty, right? And that's what the streets, that's what it is. Sometimes you might have to go to war over a girl, you know what I'm saying? You might have to go to war over a street corner. That most of us will, in our right minds, will be like, nah, that don't make no sense. But anyway, that's go ahead, sorry.
But as far as you say, well, everything's already on camera. As far as that goes, you know, I mean, I don't know if that part. I don't know if the letter was before the new charges or the charges being changed or whatever. But you know, what I mean, that could all just be them re-looking at the cameras and then seeing a whole different thing. Because that at first, if they know a crime happened, they're gonna book you because we know a crime happened. But regardless, especially when it is a Fed case, they can go ahead and keep on investigating it, and the charges could change. You know what I mean? So looking at the video, like you said, it's on video. That's maybe when the charges can change. It doesn't necessarily.
The Fed case actually came from the gun crossing over state lines because they traced the gun back to it was another state. I don't know if it was Indiana or whatever.
Hold on. We want to get more people. I can't because we can't.
All right.
The whole time. So I need y'all to close out. Like, what's your closing statements on this? Your positions. You don't have to go at each other on it. I just want to know what which one of y'all feel about this.
I'll keep it short and sweet, man. I mean, I guess the only reason I wanted to chop it up was because Rio made a comment. He's like, yo, he said, you sound like, he goes, you must only go by what the rappers say and all that. So I had to stand up and make sure I defend my name out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very informative brother, and I dig deep when I need to know things. But anyways, bottom line, I don't think the brother snitched, but who am I to say, right? I'm not the last word in the street, so that's just my take on it.
You're allowed to have an opinion on it. What's up, Rio?
Yeah. I mean, I was never trying to say it like that. All I'm saying is, like you said, Troy Ave trying to spin it in his own way. At the end of the day, I'm not backing Troy Ave. Don't think just because I'm saying, you know, what I mean, where did the lawyer get this information? You know what I mean, if it's from Tax is telling, but I'm not backing Troy Ave. I'm not agreeing with what he's doing either. And at the end of the day, regardless, this is all I'm gonna say. I guess it all depends on where you're standing and from where you're looking at it. Because regardless, if it's all on camera, if you talk, regardless, you know what I mean, as far as the guidelines that you know what I mean that I went by, that I grew up on, like you still don't speak on it. You don't say nothing. It don't matter if they got your face right in the camera, they got your co-defendant's face right there. You don't even talk on it. Like, I'm not gonna say nothing. And so at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know, and you know, so I guess it all just depends on where you're standing from where you're looking at it. You get what I'm saying?
Copy.
And just I guess last thing, man. Yo, if you're not, first of all, Tax was he was a self-declared street. It's hard for me not to say the N-word, but anyways, a street guy, right? Everybody knew what he was. right? He did antagonize Troy. Troy chose to go up and step to him. Now you got two brothers that threw away like beautiful careers. They're probably supporting their family. Just think twice, man. And sometimes, it's not worth it, man. Let somebody run their mouth. Tax running his mouth, if anything, did more good for Troy Ave than bad, because a lot of people were tuned into Troy Ave because of Tax calling his name. Now it's like, bro, nobody's talking about none of these guys really,
That's
unless it's something negative.
All right.
So just
I'm
keep
gonna
it
let
positive.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all brothers go. I appreciate y'all calling in.
All right.
Later.
Peace.
I love them dudes, but if I don't cut them off, we're gonna be on here talking 20 more minutes. And let's get to the next caller. So I text my daughter. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna show y'all this text. I don't want to show you. I thought it was funny as shit, yo. All right, so hold on. I want to show you something real quick. I want to show man. I can't even show y'all because it's gonna. So I text my daughter, right? I'm like, yo, you in school? She's like, sadly, yes. I'm like, yo, I wanted to call you. Thought it was a holiday. Yeah, what holiday? Oh man, yo. Anyway, maybe me and my daughter start doing a live in the middle of the day. Just talking to you, chopping it up. Hold on 1 minute. I'll be right back. Apologies, sorry about that. Let's call somebody else. Let's get Gordo. Wait, I don't know if he's trying to call in. You trying to call in? Sinister. All right. I guess Sinister is not trying. Oh, there you go.
No, this is Sean.
Okay. Why you got the camera off for? Are you naked?
No, hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'm back.
Hey! Oh, this is you again? Hey, what's up? Oh shit! I don't know, man. The heart wants what the heart wants. Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
Let me go.
Okay. Whatever. Ow. Oh shoot! I didn't. I called her back by accident. That was an accident. Shout out to her. Okay. Copy text. Let's get Gordo. Let's get Gordo on the jack. I had a problem with the last woke cast actually. Oh shit! I turned the thing off. Hold on. I can't hear you. What's up, my brother?
Not much. Morning, brother. How you?
Chilling. Anything you want to talk about specifically?
Man, we can tap on any topic you want to tap on. I'm tuned in and I'm on touch with everything, man. What you want to tap into, man?
You are the guest. You get to choose.
Okay. Well, we could jump on a couple topics. First off,
Yo, you know this is only gonna be like 10 minutes, right? You said
it'll be quick. I was listening to the other dudes talking about the Troy Ave situation and the Taxstone and Takashi and all that, all in one hole. All right, so me, I'm gonna speak on this personally. I'm a father, number one.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying? And I could be honest. I am a gang member. I am associated in the gang. That does not discredit me as a dad. I am a single dad. I'm a good dad. I'm also active as a gang member. I do not put bad into my community. I don't put negative in my community. All of us that are gang members don't do negative things. We take it, and some of us that have a good upbringing and did was raised the right way. We just have the gang in our community. We took it and tried to transition out of it and transition it to a good thing. Now, as far as the Takashi situation, I know of Daniel personally. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. Like the situation he was in, a brother in his situation should have just kept his mouth closed. It is what it is. You know what you signed up for. You know, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. And everybody that's in the situation that surrounded him, it is what it is with them too. Whoever kept their mouth closed, took the pleas that they took, it is what it is what they did, and who didn't, whatever's done in the dark will come to light. You know, at the end of the day, we all grown men in this life. We all choose and not choose what we do in life, and we all choose to be around and who we don't be around. Nobody's forced to be around nobody's forced in certain situations. A lot of time in life we put ourselves in a situation and then we blame other people to get out of it. It's not cool.
That's a fact.
You know? And the reason why I'm speaking on it like that is because I am best of both worlds. When I say best of both worlds, it's because I'm a gang member, but I'm also a father. I also work full time every day. I put clothes on my daughter back. I pay all my bills by myself. I'm not on no state assistance, even though I'm not downplaying state assistance, but I'm just saying what I do as a man and as a father, and at the same time, I will turn up quick. You know what I mean?
No, I get you.
But it's like, you know, you gotta pick and choose what you put out into this world, man. And a lot of us as people put negativity out into the world instead of positive, no matter what platform you're on. And that's why I watch your show, I watch your lives, I watch your Instagram, I follow you, because as a brother in the hood and as a brother that does good every day, even though the people that come on your show and try to put out negativity on your show, you do more positive than people give you credit for, and I salute you, brother.
Appreciate
you. You a blessing to me in the morning. I get ready for work. First thing I do is Jack Frost. Like,
Appreciate you.
you know, some people get up, turn on the Channel 6 News. You know what I mean? I almost curse, Harry. I get up, Jack Frost. Turn my living room TV on. I put Jack Frost on the YouTube. I get on my phone. I look for Jack Frost on Instagram. It is what it is. You my homie. You know what I'm saying? You my brother from another mother from across the TV, bro.
So I appreciate you. That's a whole fact, man.
You know what I mean? I appreciate you for giving everybody the chance to tune in and to speak their word this morning. I just, you know, it's been burning me up from afar because a lot of us 9 Trey members is not bad. A lot of us 9 Trey members do right. A lot of us 9 Trey members was trying to come out of the poverty, trying to come away from the negativity that society was putting us in. And this dude just really made it 20 times harder for us to even be looked at and taken seriously. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you.
So it's sad, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know? But you know what I'm saying? Like just me from an active standpoint and a person that's out here in the world and who know better, and I've been through and been around some of the situations, man, you just gotta have your own mind and your own strength enough to say, nah, I'm gonna go this way, or nah, that ain't for me. Or yo, let's go do this. Nah, I'm good. I'll stay here. You gotta have your own voice, man. If you got your own voice, you'll never be put in a situation that you ain't prepared for, that you can't handle.
That's a fact.
And that's all I got to say, brother. I appreciate you, and you have a good day, man. And I'm always going to watch and tune in no matter what the situation or the topic is, brother.
Appreciate you, man. That's a fact.
Yes, sir.
Yo, that's Gordo, everybody. He ain't say his name and shit.
Yeah, that's Billy Gordo, man. I'm around. You know, I got some things coming out soon, Jack. You're going to be the first one with it.
All right, that's what it is.
All right, now.
Later. I got a couple of people before you, Trucker Rob, just so we could be clear on that. Don't leave Trucker Rob's number where it is. Don't let it come through. We don't want random people calling him. And I don't really know your name. I don't see you comment that much here. So if I'm going for other people before you, understand there's people that come into this chat every day, comment every day, talk every day. I'm just more liable to give them first opportunity, you know. All right, so let's call Trucker Rob. Let's see what he's talking about. Why did you get rid of the why Trucker Rob cursed me out? What your Cash App Robert as? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know what Trucker Rob is supposed to be writing there. You know, anybody know what that's supposed to mean? What Trucker Rob is talking about? Appreciate you, Dave Ryan. Oh, Trucker Rob is sending somebody money in their Cash App. Did somebody put their Cash App up? I don't know. That has nothing to do with me. I don't even care. All right, so let's call Trucker Rob. I do not know Trucker Rob, so first I will hide my number.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Oh, it's been forwarded. So there you go. Sorry about that, Trucker Rob. I tried to call you. My Cash App is right there on the screen. What is he talking about? What's up, Mercedes? Oh shoot, Trucker Rob dissing. Oh, Robert. Hey, Robert, that's you? Robert's donated before too. All right, I tried to call you. I did just try to call you, Trucker Rob. I'll try again. Hold on. Just tried to call you.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
Man, I'm trying to call you, Trucker Rob. Do you got it so you can't accept you got your thing so you can't accept private calls, Trucker Rob? I can't call you if you can't accept private calls, man. Okay, copy. Try it again.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Let me know when you're ready, Trucker Rob. I'm gonna go move on to the next person. I just tried to call you 3 times.
Not be completed as dialed.
I don't know what Anthony is talking about. Don't kick him yet. Dude, I just called you like 3 times. I'm going to try it again. Do you have it so you don't accept private calls? Maybe that's what your phone don't accept
Your
private
call has-
calls. Yeah, I don't know what the Anthony guy is talking about. Don't kick him yet. No, Dap, you should I have your number, Dap. Why would I call you private? You drugs? Drugs much, Dap? Dap, I'm pretty sure I've called you before.
Jack Frost.
What's up, my brother? Yeah, you got your phone, so your phone don't accept private calls.
Yeah. I just commented. I was trying to tell you in the last text that I'll be the one that's sending you the cash app. Under that name, you always say you don't want to give out my government, but that's me, Trucker Ross.
Oh yeah. Okay. So what's up? What you want to talk about?
Man, I'm sitting here on the highway, man. I'm heading out here to California, you know, and I just wanted to tell y'all, man, like, I dig what you do, you know what I mean? And I see your following is growing. But dealing with all these cases, what I wanted to touch on was that, you know, you're around my age, and back then we had some rules, right? And we had some rules that still stand. And these rules stand in the system. You know, so all the people who was basically, you know, establishing these rules or holding these rules high are doing time. So a lot of these people that's writing these statements and signing these confessions and telling on people, they may be good out here on the street, but when they get in these systems, they got a whole new world to deal with. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Where the oath and the original rules is still in the forefront of what everything and everybody does in these systems. So a lot of these people that signing these statements, when they hit them pins, man, they're not going to be good. Now, we also got to remember the first rule. Don't tell, don't snitch, right? And as a result, when you deal with the game, it's either death or it's jail. That's it. It seemed like in 2019, let me get my rant on a little bit, bro. It seems like in 2019, these kids is trying to manipulate the rules, man, just so they can have a better outcome. And with that being said and that being done, it seems like the people out here who's holding these dangerous positions are sort of kind of conforming to it and making exceptions for those type of people that's making us, you know, that's making them getting caught up in hella shit, you know. So, like, when you snitch, you got to pay for it, man. If you out here in these streets, you got to know what you signing up for. They ain't know I'm a little kid, I'm young, I'm just this. It's no love out here. You either going to get down, you're going to hold it down, you're going to tie your tongue, and you're going to take what you got coming. You got to take the good with the bad. You can't choose, oh, I'm going to take the good, and then when, you know, the alphabet boys come knocking on your door, now you want to, you know, sign statements, shit like that. If you choose the street life, if you choose the gang life, and if you in the gang and your directions and your orders are to be a street dude, a hustler, a gunner, you know, sergeant of arm, or if you in the gang and, you know what I'm saying, your shit is just strictly on knowledge and, you know, lawyering and all this other stuff, everybody got their own duties, bro. So if you picking to choose the side of the grunt and you out here in the street and you robbing, you killing, you shooting, you know what I'm saying, to get your money, whatever come with that, you got to hold that down. Because when they catch you, it's going to be a whole new different story. Nobody don't care about that. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I get
so
you.
I just don't, yeah, man. So I just don't want people to get confused and get lost
And I don't want these kids that do be listening, you know, because I put my son on to you, he 18, and I told just to listen, you know, just to watch you know what I mean, and to hear the content. And I'm like, yo, you can't get it misconstrued just because y'all say that this don't mean this right now. Well, it's a whole nother world inside their jail system that's telling you exactly what I'm telling you, and these niggas is dying for that shit. They gave their life for it. Yeah. So it's not going to change. Do you get me, yo?
No, I think you 100 on it. I think everything you're saying is 100. I think what people need to really understand is a lot of people are saying, I get it. A lot of people are saying, well, look how they did Tekashi. They did Tekashi this way. They did Tekashi that way. Yada, 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 yada. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's what people are saying, right? So,
okay,
we got to look at it. We got to, no. Look, listen, what I'm saying for a second. What you're saying is that Tekashi had a choice to be involved in that. And once he chose to be involved in that, then that means that you also choose to not snitch. You also choose to take the good with the bad. No, I get what you're saying. I 100% get what you're saying. I get it.
Okay, but it's not only on him though right now.
No, not at all. And just so we can be clear, I don't think you're wrong. I do not think you're wrong. I do not think that you're wrong. I think that if somebody, hold on a second, I gotta plug this in. I think that if somebody chooses to become part of something, then you do have to take the good with the bad. When you was benefiting from being a part of that organization, then you know you was benefiting. Then you gotta also take the good with the bad. When if the negative shit come, then you gotta take that the same way that you took all that positive shit that was happening for you. No, I think you 100. And everybody that has been saying that, I 100% agree with. 100%.
Just don't change the rules, and you can't. Like, I feel like they accepted him just on the strength of that bread, which you know they changed the criteria of what you gotta be to get into that. You know what I mean? I'm from Jersey City, man, right over the bridge. You know what I mean? That's where I was born, and that's where I was raised at. You know, I'm 38 right now, right? So we was raised on a different type of creed. You had to audition for shit like this. Now, I understand they made an exception because he was the so-called cash cow, you know, and he was easily manipulated. You know what I mean? Yeah. But at the same time, his superiors got to be held accountable as well. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking about on the street level. Get the courts right now on the street level because they let the boy in. And then on top of that, y'all previewed him to all this information for him to connect the dots for the Alphabet Boys. Like you say, yeah, Chris did most of the snitching, but they needed him to connect the story together to paint a pretty picture. I believe that's what the boy did.
I'm going to tell you what I believe. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Oh, wait, hold on.
What happened? What they said?
No, not that. So that somebody just texted me some funny shit real quick, and I got to comment back to them. All right. So the thing that I think they used Tekashi for is because what Tekashi did was Tekashi, by his testimony, it's not that he really gave validity to anything or anything like that, but whenever you have the opportunity to have a person of notoriety get on the stand and you know spew your spill, you always take that. So they had Tekashi on the stand because Tekashi realistically helped their case, even if he had nothing for their case. Just the simple fact that we have an individual up on the stand which was a victim. You understand what I'm saying? So more than anything else, the reason why they wanted to use Tekashi up on the stand because Tekashi was a victim. I'm guaranteeing you, if there was no situation like the what you call that when he was kidnapped, if that situation did not exist, if there was none of that, there's a good chance that Tekashi wouldn't have been really on the stand, because the thing that allowed for Tekashi to do was it allowed for Tekashi to be, well, he would have been on the stand because they wanted Tekashi to say other rappers' names. Because they, like I said before, they're going after the gangs, and the easiest when you're going after the gangs and when you go trying to take down anybody, what you do is you got to cut them off from their money supply. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of
Fact.
these gangs are being financed through hip hop, the hip hop community. So they needed to bring Takashi on the stand, get him to say a Cardi B, get him to say a Jim Jones, get him to say, you know, anybody else that I don't want to just randomly say somebody's name by accident that he didn't bring up. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But they wanted him to come up there and say people names. That's why I'm trying to explain to y'all it was such a big deal that when they tried to bring 50 Cent into it, he said no. People don't really understand how big of a deal that was. That was a really, really big deal that he said no when they tried to bring 50 Cent up. Because now the government has to take everything that he said as fact. So since he helped them actually with his testimony, they can't say, well, believe every part of his testimony except for the 50 Cent part, because that's the only place that he lied. They can't say that. So now that whole fact that now he's on documentation saying, you know, 50 Cent is not a part of whatever in the future, if anybody tries to use his particular what he said on the stand to try to hurt somebody else in the same way, it could be used to alleviate any kind of problems that 50 Cent might be able to have. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What you want to go out with, my brother?
Yo, I just want to say, man, keep doing what you're doing. I like the reasoning why you're doing what you're doing. That's what made me subscribe to you. I do remember that case that you were speaking about that made you become this journalist that you are today. I'm just saying, keep it official. Keep doing what you're doing. We out here watching. And you got people from all walks of life watching you, bro. More power to you. Black excellence. Peace to the family. And the only way that we going to grow together as a family is if that we at least speak to each other and be cordial.
That's a fact.
You ain't got to give nobody nothing. You don't got to give no handout. We got to be kind to each other, yo. That's it. Yo, hey, Frost, before I go, let me just say something. Yo, I do OTR flatbed driving, right? I drive this whole United States, man, and sometimes into Canada, right?
Okay.
Oh, us black people, man, we got it fucked up, bro. That attitude, I don't, F that nigga, that N-word. Forget that dude ain't me. If it don't affect me, it ain't affecting me. You know what I mean?
Copy.
Yo, that's what's killing us right now. That's what's killing us. I mean, I'm watching all different walks of life, all different creeds of people. When they see each other, they at least speak to one another. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
We walk by each other, we put our head down, or we grunt like we in competition. We not in competition with each other, man. We gotta be cordial with each other. The second we bond, they know it's over for everything that they got going on. I just want to tell the people, man, do the minimum. Just speak to each other, yo. That's it. Stop being so crucial to one another, because then when the other people do something to us, we make excuses, we forgive them, we do all this. But when it's our own, it's like we give them a cold shoulder. That's slavery, people.
That's a fact.
New millennium. All right? Yo, peace to the family, man. I love y'all. Y'all breathe easy. I'm about to burn some rubber up, man, and listen to what you got to say, man.
Appreciate you, my brother.
All right. Take it easy, man.
Later. Dude, just point after point, everything he was talking about, I got to get behind 100%. Everybody that's been calling in this morning, I appreciate y'all. Everybody's been just really giving good insight. I need to have more call-in shows. I prefer to do them on open discussion. Need to have more call-in shows. I'll think about that. Real quick. What he just explained or described was is the mental slavery that we are in. And one of the things that we suffer from in our community is the self-hate that we have. And the self-hate causes for us to hate anybody that looks like us. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look and you see me kick people out the room, it's because I don't want to perpetuate the self-hate. I don't want to be a part of the problem. Period. Would I be more successful if I've allowed myself to be part of the problem? Absolutely. Would I be more successful if I allowed the people that just be douchebags to stay in here? Hell, we'd probably have 800 people in here right now if I didn't kick people. Right now, we'd probably have like 800 people. And that would be better for my bottom line. That would make me more money. I would have more views on my videos. I'd have more time watched. I'd have all of the stuff that YouTube wants. And I'm pretty sure a couple of the people would have also. I'm sorry about that, Mocha. I didn't mean to put hide. I hit the wrong button. You could write that in if you write that again if you want, Mocha. That was an accident. I pressed hide by accident. That was me. I would have more. I would literally make more money if I kick less people. I just want y'all to understand this. So when I ask you to support the show by copping merch, it's not because I just want you to cop merch so you could I could get the money from you buying the merch. It's because support what we're doing over here. Where's your We a Culture shirt? You should have, every single one of us should at least have one We a Culture shirt. One We a Culture sweater. You know, it'd be dope if we have 2 days out of the whole month where everybody that support this platform, that got merch, go outside so we can see who we are in public. That'd be dope. 2 days out the month. We all rock a We a Culture shirt. You don't know who is watching and don't comment. Might be your next door neighbor, might be somebody that be up in here listening. You don't even know until you see them with their merch. So wear merch so we can recognize each other. It's a fact. If you don't want to cop merch, you don't want to donate, I'm not telling nobody to do any of those things. Please don't turn this into one of those type of conversations. Just please don't turn this into one of those type of conversations. We got to stop being so quick to hate on one another. We got to stop being so quick to be attempting to take somebody's words out of context. We got to stop being so quick to look for a reason to have a problem with a person. We got to stop being so quick to be so down on ourselves that what we want to do is we want to bring other people down to our level. We got to stop being quick to do that. Why bring somebody down to your level? Why don't you, right? This is what we could all do when we see somebody that is having a good day. Why don't we allow for them to loan us some of that energy? So instead of us bringing them down so they have a terrible day like we are having, if we are having a bad day, we allow them to lend us some of that energy so our day could improve. I'm going to tell you what's the main thing that they try not to let us know, that they try not to teach us, that they try to hold back from us. You literally create your life. I'm going to say that again. You literally create your life. This is not me saying this is some supernatural stuff. No. We have control over our immediate environment. You literally create your life. If you got people around you that try to bring you down, get from around them. If you don't have no choice to say you live with them, stop talking to them. Stop telling them about your life. Stop sharing with them. Because if they meant better for themselves, every single time you share with them, they'll use that as inspiration to do better. When you go and you tell somebody about something positive that happened and they don't applaud and clap for you and celebrate with you, get away from them. Why are you dealing with people that don't want to see you win? You don't have to. You can literally do better on your own. If you're trying to succeed in life and people are steady throwing freaking traps in your way, get away from them. You're not going to be able to change them. No one can change another person. A person has to actively decide that they want to be different than what they are currently, and then also decide to take the steps to make that change possible. So stop trying to change people. A person is who they are. We kick trolls. We kick people that bring negative energy. We kick people that talk down on people. We kick people that's with that don't fit. We kick them. You'll be surprised at how many actual gang members is on this channel for the people who are not gang members. You'll be surprised. You'll be absolutely surprised. When I walk through the street and people pull up on me and be like, yo, Frost, 90% of them is straight up gang members. And they pull up on me, and if we have a couple of positive words with each other, and we go on with our life. And that's how we should be treating one another. We should be having positive conversation with one another, encouragement for each other. Not, you got to do this thing the way I want you to do it. If you don't do this thing, I see, I told you. We just shouldn't have none of that. You got to decide what you want in life, right? So let's say you want good things for you. If you want good things for you, then you have to want good things for those that's in your immediate circle. If you don't want good things for those in your immediate circle, then by osmosis, you do not want good for you. I was raised by the teachings of the 5% Nation. I didn't embrace all of the teachings of the 5% Nation. When I was growing up, one of the teachings was white people, negative. I never embraced that. There's a couple of other teachings I never embraced. I also spent a lot of time in church. I didn't embrace all of what I learned in church. I did embrace a lot of it, but not all. I also just spent a lot of time with intelligent individuals. I didn't embrace everything. What I'm trying to explain to you is no one situation creates who we are. We are a cumulative effect of the information in which we decide to retain. So if you got an individual around you and the only thing they want to retain is effery, that means that they cannot mean good for you. I love you. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to win. Honestly. And these same people that I'm looking at, I'm like, I want everybody to win. These same individuals, they don't want to win. You're not winning if you have an unsustainable profession. You're not winning if how you're trying to get to the bag is not sustainable. If the way you're getting to the bag is robbing, tricking, trying to muscle people, if that's how you're getting, that's not sustainable. Let's want more for each other. But more importantly than wanting more for each other is let's want more for ourselves. Because once you want more for yourself, you're going to want more for the people around you. Let's you know what we should do today? Let's try to bully other people into being in a good mood. And when I say that, I mean, let's just, every time we get into a situation today and someone tries to bring the BS, let's take it to the next level of positivity. If they give you no choice but have to put hands on somebody, then it is what it is. But today, what we're going to do is, every single time somebody tries to come at us with that BS, we're going to try to take it one more level of positivity. We're going to try to bully people into being a better them. I literally do it all the time. It's possible. I want to say one more thing before we go out, and that's please, if you see people talking crazy about me on another channel, don't go argue with them. If you want to show support, put bags up or something. But don't go argue with them. Don't show no negativity. Don't fuck your day up. You understand what I'm saying? Because what they want you to do is they want you to argue. You feel me? So we're not doing that. We're not going to other people's channels and giving out negativity. We're not doing that. If people start talking crazy, just throw some bags up. There is no reason to stoop to another person's level. Believe me when I tell you, the Most High handle all problems you got in the world. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all that I got on this one.